We're talking about that next tournament next year. It's only 18 months' time in the Ivory Coast, in the summertime as well. But you were telling me earlier you had a gripe with the format of the tournament itself. Tell me more about what you think could be improved for next year.
Well, this is not only about AFCON, to be honest, but the whole 24 teams format doesn't work. We've seen it during the Euros. We now see it again during the Africa Cup of Nations. I mean, it's not working when you're having so many teams qualified. And now I'm just talking about the entertainment during those games, because as there are so many teams qualifying, they're just all playing it safe. They're waiting for their chances, especially the first matches. We've discussed it earlier. The first round of group stage matches, there weren't any goals or almost any goals. Also, the players coming in quite late, so they were all still adapting to Cameroon. And yeah, if your tournament starts off like this, that's not how you want to have it. We've already had also a discussion in the debate early on during the tournament about or bring it back to 16, or why not do it get up to 32? I hear what Simon is saying, and he's totally right. I mean, preparing a tournament where you need at least 6 stadiums, and for 32 maybe even 8 in Africa, that's not easy at all. It's also really expensive. But if you want to have an entertaining tournament and also an entertaining group stage, and what I also want to add is that with the 24 teams, there's a real advantage for the number 1 team of Group A, which is in general the host nation. It's not because it's Cameroon, because we've had the same story with France in 2016, who had all those advantages, not playing a group winner until the semis. That doesn't feel right. It's strange that some teams are getting advantages over others, and it's also strange that when you have four best third teams qualifying, that the first teams who can qualify for as a best third, they have no idea what the others will do. So it's no level playing field. So for me, that doesn't work. In an ideal situation, we would go to 32. But okay, I can understand that it's not easy at all. So well, we'll see how CAF will react on it.
James, any thoughts on that?
It does make for a very, very slow start, and it's not really what you want. You want to start off with a bang, because if you want people to start to be following and to really get gripped into it, you don't want all these goalless or just draws that we've seen. I wouldn't be able to count the number of draws that we saw in the group stages, and on top of that, the number of penalties, decisive penalties, which was the only way where a lot of games were sorted. And that's not. It's not the image that you want, and it allows for this very defensive play. Once again, you can scrape through quite easily, just sit back, wait a minute, what we've seen happen very far through, and perhaps we'll be able to maybe get a little bit more of excitement if we do have a change in the format where it isn't the case that most teams who are actually competing do make it through to the knockout stage.
Of course, we want goals, goals, goals. That's the bottom line, isn't it, gentlemen? Exciting football and something that the viewers will want to watch. Well, obviously, we've got the World Cup qualifiers for the African teams on the way. A lot of enticing games. Senegal against Egypt again. So we'll see what happens there.